Hello, everyone, and welcome to MHS Sports on MHTV. I'm Chris Conley, and today we're at Staff Sergeant Christopher Piper Field on the campus of Marblehead High School. As the Marblehead Magicians take on the Chieftains of Masconomet, we'd like to thank the National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. And stay tuned to the end of the game for the Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game. Well, the 1-1 Chieftains of Masconomet visit Marblehead today, and later in the season, Marblehead will be going to Masconomet in Bedford for another game. But today, the 3-0 Marblehead Magicians take on the 1-1 Chieftains of Masconomet. We're getting ready for the national anthem, and just before that, the captains walk out onto the field. Marblehead represented by number 52. And James Berry is from Masco. I'll get you number 52's name in a moment. And 52, Cam Janik. Should know that name. Officiating crew for today's game. Referee is Mark Lento. The umpire is Gino Borganzi. The linesman, Bob Prestra. The line judge is Brian Doherty. And the back judge is Ryan Mansfield. Marblehead Marching Band will now perform the national anthem. Masconomet is located in Bedford, and they serve the towns of Bedford, Middleton, and Topsfield. They are 1-1. They, I believe, beat Danvers and lost to Peabody. Marblehead 3-0, averaging 32 points per game and giving up just over 8.7 points against per game. It's about 45, 46 degrees here at kickoff. A breeze blowing. So Masco won the coin toss. They deferred, so Marblehead will get the ball to start the game. Yeah, 45 degrees right now, sunny, and a 10-mile-an-hour wind. Perfect for high school football. Nice sunny day. Talking to Coach Rudloff before the game, and there was a really nice article by Phil Stacy in the Salem News about how Jim Rudloff is, this is the 128th game he's coached. He's got 99 wins. No coach in the history of North Shore football has ever won 100 games in their first 128. So at 99-28, 9 conference titles, 11 playoff wins, a pair of Super Bowl appearances in his 12th season, Coach Redloff, I'm sure he's not really thinking about it, but he's going for his 100th victory today. Masco will kick off, and Toll Lodwick will kick off, number 11. All right, I believe it is. Wait a minute, maybe 14. Yeah, 14. Short kick, taken at about the 30-yard line. And running right through the defense was James Duty. Nice return, great field position for Marblehead to start their first possession. And they take it at the, it's like the 49-yard line? Yeah, the 49-yard line. Great field position. Lodewick was the kicker on that for Masco. Quarterback, junior Josh Robertson. Lateral pass to Cronin. Good blocking. Breaks a tackle, shakes another one, gets another good couple of yards out of that, and it'll be close to, if not, well, it'll be close to a first down, a gain of 9. Connor Cronin gains 9 on the play from the pass from Robertson. It's a 2nd down and 1 into Masco territory at the 41-yard line. Percy to the right of Robertson. Motion coming at us. That's Cronin. Now the pitch to Cronin. He's got 2 white shirts to get by. He gets by the out guy, and he's got enough for a first down to about the 35-yard line. Pick up of 5 yards on the play and a first down to the 35-yard line. Coach Redloff said that before the game that didn't have a lot of film to look at on Masconomet, and that's not surprising this season. Robertson drops for a pass under pressure, shakes it off, then throws it to the sideline, and it looks like it's intercepted. It is intercepted. And picking off the pass from Robertson, who threw under pressure, was Andy Alwyn. Wait a minute, let me look at that again. That was Alwyn. So Masco is on the 34-yard line with the turnover. They'll be quarterbacked by number 18, a 6'1" sophomore, Matt Richardson. But Coach Redloff said that penalty marker down on the first play, and slicing through there was number 2, Matt Nadworny. And a penalty, we'll see what the penalty is. And they'll bring it back. It's going to be on Masconomet. Procedure penalty. Wipes out that good gain. And they move it back to the 29-yard line. So first down and 15 from the 29-yard line. But Coach Redloff had said that the Masconomet, like a lot of teams this year, but thankfully not Marblehead so far, is really banged up, and they're missing a lot of players. And he said that the 2 games that they played were with significantly different players. Here's the pass, incomplete, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Kirakos, another penalty marker down. And this one will also go against Masconomet. Possibly a holding call. It is against Masconomet. They move it back to the 19. So a 5-yard penalty and now a 10-yard penalty. Remains first down, but 25 yards to go. 12 minutes per quarter. Clock is at 10:29 right now in the first quarter, no score. Marblehead's first possession ended in an interception on the 3rd play, but since that time, the Chieftains have gone backwards due to penalties. Good-sized quarterback, 6'1", and he tosses it. Another penalty marker is thrown. It goes Cantalupo on the toss. And this one also looks like it's going to go against Masconomet. And they will push them back and accept the penalty. Illegal procedure. So 3 penalties in a row, that shows you the difficulty that Masconomet is having, and that's part and parcel of the number of replacement players they've got in there. The ball is at the 14-yard line. 1st and 30. Richardson, the quarterback for the Chieftains, is a lefty. Cantalupo split to the near side, single setback beside Richardson. Cantalupo goes in motion. Handoff inside and tackled at the line of scrimmage. First hit made there by Marblehead's number 50. That was James Maniaci. That's the Italian way. A gain of 1 on the play. Second down, 29. Again, Cantalupo to the near side. High snap, but handled well. Hit right at the line of scrimmage and maybe a yard. There'll be a 3rd down coming. And at the across the 15, we'll call it the 16. Clock rolling. Same formation with Cantalupo split to the near side, a single setback. Looking to throw, Richardson throws it out, and making the reception was Nad Warney. A short gain. They picked it up to about the 23-yard line. Pickup of about 7 yards in the play, but it brings up 4th down and long. And waiting for the punt will be Mitch Corelli. And standing at the 10-yard line to make the punt, handling the snap well, is a fair catch waved, and it takes a great Marblehead bounce. It goes sideways and comes right out of bounds at midfield, as the punt was made by Kornewski, Hayden Kornewski on the punt. No return. Magicians take over right at midfield. So the first possession went 2 plays and then an interception. They picked up a 1st down. Now they spread 3 wide. Duty, Cronin, and hard to see who else is out there. Corelli. Handoff comes straight up by Percy. Picked up about 3. It's at the 47. 2nd down, 7. 7:23, clock moving. Robertson looking, good protection, out breaks down and he's sacked. Getting around the edge, number 87. Corin Canada Hunt. Nice pressure that time, all the way back to the 46-yard line. Loss of 7 on the play. 3rd down, 14. Corelli and Duty to the far side. Percy behind or next to Robertson. Cronin and Miles Smith to the near side. Cronin goes in motion. For the swing pass, possibly. Now a screen. Percy's got it. He's got red shirts in front of him. Blocking down the sideline. Percy could go all the way. Across the 10, the 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown. A 54-yard touchdown strike. At 6:25, a 54-yard pass, a short pass, a screen pass to the near side. They sent motion to the far side. Taking a look at it now. Cronin's out there. He's gotten the reception a lot of times. The defense comes right in on him. They suckered him in. That's what you're supposed to do on a screen play. Now the extra point is strong and right down the middle. Feingold's kick is good. And it's 7-0, Marblehead. With 6:25 to go. This was a drive that began at midfield. They picked up a couple, then they lost 7. So we're at the 46 when the touchdown came. Robertson with a nice pass, and you see Percy. But he had 2 or 3 red jerseys in front of him and no white jerseys closing in on him. And so he just turned it on and went the distance with good blocking, great execution, a good play call. Marblehead out in front, 7-0. No, don't know for sure, but from what we've heard, with a lot of replacement players on the field for Masconomet, a play like a screenplay like that really shows the inexperience of the defensive core, as once they rushed past the lineman and Robertson was able to find Percy open with blockers in front of him, there was no way they could pick up on that. Comes the kick. A nice one. Down to the 7. It's fumbled, picked up at the 5. And closing in on him and dropping is Cantalupo, I believe, was the ball carrier. So Masconomet will take over. 1st and 10 at about the, looks like about the 15 or 16, where they mark it, the 16-yard line. Eli Feingold put a real strong kick into that one. Richardson. Tyler Mahone is the tight end on the side that the run went to, and he shifted. And not a lot of room to operate over there, maybe no gain. They pick up a yard. To the 17-yard line. Running at Cam Janik might not be the best idea. Or 62, excuse me, over there. Pitch, Cantalupo. That was J.T. Monahan that I was referring to, 62. They ran at him, and he stuffed it on the previous play. Pickup of about 3 yards on the play. The ball is at the 19, just past the 19. 3rd down and about 7 to go. Ned Warney to the near side. Handoff comes inside and slowed down and finally dropped. Good defensive work on the near side there. You can see they closed down, slowed down, and then wrapped up and dropped. And they're at they pick up about 1 4th down punting situation. Corelli at the Masconomet 47-yard line. The kick is a high one but short. Corelli stays away, gets the bounce, and it goes across midfield and will die at about the 47-yard line. And Marblehead will take over again. 3:54 to go in the first quarter. Another good field position situation for Marblehead at their own 47. Got a decent roll out of that for Masconomet. Godot Gaskins to the near side, where's number 13, and coming into the slot there is Cronin. Robertson fakes it, or gives it to Percy. Percy charges ahead across midfield, gain of about 3 or 4 on the play. Here they mark it. Looks like a 3-yard gain at the 49-yard line. So Corelli and Cronin to the far side. Percy's next to Robertson in the backfield. 2 receivers near side. Duty and Gaskin. Pass goes to Duty. He's got a man on him, but he gets the catch. And he's got a touchdown. What a good play by Duty. A 49-yard touchdown. Penalty marker is down. Let's see where it was. It was down. And it goes against Masconomet on pass interference or pushing by the defender. But that's declined. And it goes for 52 because it was the 49-yard line that it started at. It should be a 49-yard touchdown because they were at the 49s. That's what it was, a 49-yard touchdown. And now Feingold will kick. Duty to hold. Having a reliable, strong, accurate kicker is such an advantage in high school football. And Marblehead's been blessed with some good ones. And it looks like Feingold's another one in that line. As you can see right there, right down the middle, and the penalty marker's thrown. They're waving off the flag. The kick is good. It's 14-0. And at 3:15, another short drive. It started with great field position at the 47, and there you see Duty celebrating. It was a really good pass. I mean, it put it right on his hands. The defender was right with him, and the defender actually got called for pass interference, but Duty was strong enough to grab that one. Here we go, another look at it. There's the pass, and Duty didn't let the interference stop him. Made the catch and went right by the defender. I think defending that time was Andrew Elwin. So they're assessing a penalty. It must have been on the point after. And Feingold's kick goes out of the end zone. So to move it out to the 20-yard line for Masco. 3:15 on the clock. Ball spotted on the 20-yard line. Miles Smith and Corelli to the near side, covering man-to-man. Penalty marker thrown. Another pass incompletion, as it was intended on the near side for Kirakotis. Illegal procedure against Masconomet. And they step it off to the 15-yard line. It's interesting to watch, as you can see right there, the defense looks to the sidelines and they get their formation call out. 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers. The linebackers drop out now. Looking for a pass. They do. It's a completed completed pass. The receiver was Kio Kyriakos. McCormick makes the tackle for Marblehead, number 14. Pickup of 8 on the play. 2nd down and 6 at the 24-yard line. So even when you get a good play like that and pick up a good chunk of yards, the penalty puts you in a tough situation. Here's a big break. Breaking away from tackles and staying on his feet for a big gain for Masconomet. Pass is complete. Looks like number 28. Sam Nadwarney. And they pick it up all the way down to the 36-yard line. Nice move by Nadwarney. Good protection. Now the throw. Near side, but incomplete. Again, looking for Nadwarney. But a nice gain on the previous play. And good moves. Quarterback Richardson, as soon as the pressure starts to come, he gets rid of it. Kyriakos is in the slot to the far side. He's the one with the big gain previously. Richardson throws it to the flat, out of the backfield, making the reception Matthew Nadwarney. And they pick up... looks like they pick up about 8 yards on the play. And the ball will be spotted at the 28-yard line. 3rd down, 2. 2 receivers to the far side. Richardson calls for motion. Handoff inside to Nadwarney. Nadwarney breaks a tackle and stretches it forward, but finally gets brought down on the play. Like it might have been Cronin that made the tackle. And it's down to the 20-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play. 1st down. 1:30 to go first quarter. 14-0 Marblehead. Clock is rolling. 3 receivers to the near side. Under pressure, Richardson takes off, up the middle. Gets through a lot of red jerseys before he's finally wrapped up and dropped inside the 15-yard line. I think it might have been his first run of the ball game by the quarterback, but he was under a lot of pressure. He found a little bit of a crease and was able to pick up some good yardage. Got 8 on the play. The sophomore quarterback gets wrapped up and dropped. Janik in there on the tackle. I saw that, number 52. So it's down to the 12-yard line. They need to get to the 10 for another first down. Oh, steamrolled. Nadworny, the ball carrier. Sam, number 28. They lost a yard on the play. And that'll do it for the end of the first quarter. 14-0 Marblehead, but Masconomet is threatening. Score 14-0. We'd like to thank the National Grand Bank for being our community partner and bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this. It's such a, if this was October, they'd say, boy, it's a perfect day for football. A little bit of a breeze, but we're in April. Fall 2, we're calling it, or everyone else is calling it. Football season in the fall got canceled. But it's good that they got these kids the opportunity to get on the field and have a season. Even though it's shortened, Marblehead, I think, will play 7 or 8 games this season and then be back in the fall. So it's 3rd down and 3 from the 13-yard line. They need just about to get to just about the 10-yard line for a first down. Matt Nadworny right behind Richardson. Richardson looking to throw, and then he does a jump pass to Nadworny. Good deceptive move by Nadworny. He stays on his feet, he's going to get into the end zone, and he does for a touchdown. It looked like that had failure written all over it, but Matt Nadworny made a great move. They picked up 13 yards and scored a touchdown with 11:50 to go in the second quarter. First play of the second quarter, a touchdown, narrows it to 14-6. See the great running at the end of that play by Nadworny. 5'9", 180-pound junior. Richardson to hold. The kick is up and good. So 14-7 with 11:50 to go in the second quarter. That drive for Masconomet started back on the, excuse me, on the 20-yard line, began with a penalty. 8 plays, 80 yards. Excuse me, got a little bit of a tickle in my throat. Low driving kick taken at about the 25-yard line by Duty. Excuse me. James Duty gets up to about the 42. 17-yard return. Nice heads-up move by Duty. James Duty. Cronin gets the pitch. Cuts inside, stays on his feet, shakes a couple of tackles, got a first down and more. Good blocking out in front of him, but good moves and good running. Good strong running by Connor Cronin. Here comes Cronin, number 22, gets the pitch. Even when he's hit, he twists and turns and stretches it out forward and gets across midfield down to the 47-yard line. Percy gets the pass and he gets up to about the 40. Excuse me, it was the 43-yard line. And this one goes to Percy. And he gets to the 40-yard line, a gain of 3. Second down, 7 from the 40-yard line. 10:53, second quarter. Masconomet just got on the board with a touchdown on an 80-play drive. 80-yard drive, whistles. Penalty marker is down. Usually when they stop the play like that, it's a procedure call against the offense. So the false start on the penalty. Moves it back to the 45-yard line. And it's second down, 12. Two receivers to each side. Here goes the long one. Looking for Duty and overthrown. He got tied up a little bit as he tried to make his way down the sideline. The defender was with him. It wasn't interference to my eye, but it did set him off his stride slightly. He's already out of the picture to the left, and there's the pass, and he's already past the defender, but there was a little bit of a banging a little bit there. Not really interference, but just what happens. Third down and 12 from the 45-yard line. Cronin in motion. He gets the pitch. Has Percy out in front of him, but Cronin's going to be dropped in the backfield. Nadworny, excuse me. Matt Nadworny on the tackle for a loss. And it's all the way back to across midfield to the 49-yard line. A loss on the play of 6 yards. And brings up fourth down in a punting situation. Marblehead didn't have all 11 on the field for the punt. So they were forced to take a timeout with 9 minutes and 31 seconds to go rather than another penalty. The punter is Avon Denbo, a sophomore, number 4. Head coach for the Chieftains is Gavin Monagle. Denbo handles it, gets the kickoff, a good one. Angling to the sideline, bounces at about the 20, and it's going to roll down, and will he get it in time? He does not. Nice effort, trying to argue his case over there, but a nice effort by Jim Maniaci. Anyway, the punt will put the Chieftains of Masconomet on the 20-yard line with a 1st and 10. .9:21 before halftime. Nice effort. I mean, he knew what he had to do, but it was just a little bit beyond him, and the official there making the call. Under pressure and throwing the pass. It's low. Did he catch that? It looked like it was on the turf. Penalty marker is down. It's going to go against Masconomet. So whether it was on the turf or was not is a moot point. So another 5-yard penalty. Here comes the throw. And it's hard to see from that angle. Nick Cantalupo was arguing his case that he caught that one, but didn't really matter. So the penalty takes it back to the 15. 1st down, 15. Richardson looking to throw. The lefty delivers and incomplete as the pass was intended. Looks like for 28, I believe. Sam Nadworny. Corelli on the defense. I guess it was intended for a Garino, number 20. Yeah. You can see on the replay, goes incomplete. Second down, 15. Comes the quarterback looking to run. He's not going to get very far. Evaded one, slowed down by the second, and leveled by Bosworth. Gresh Bosworth. Picked up a couple of yards on the play. They spotted at about the 17-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 13 deep in their own territory. Taking a look there at number 64, Gresh Bosworth. Good team tackling that time, as gave Richardson something to think about before Bosworthy was able to just level him. Play action fake, pass in the backfield, under pressure. Ball's loose. Marblehead has it, it looks like. They say they do. Who comes out of there with the ball? Yes. Nice recovery that time. Number 19, James Galante. Johnny on the spot. Ball's loose. Everyone screams ball. And they all converge, and who gets to it? Looks like it bounced off of Galante's foot before he was able to recover it. So Marblehead has 1st and 10, high snap, but handled well. Cronin gets the call, goes straight forward. Ball is at the 20-yard line to start that. And Cronin, the ball carrier. Picked up 4. Down to the 16-yard line. Cronin comes in motion near side. Then Robertson looks to the end zone, and there is no flag on that play, as the pass was intended for James Duty. Duty's coming across the middle. There's the pass from Robertson, and no call, but it was close. 3rd down, 6. From the 16, Robertson fires to the end zone, has a man wide open. It's Duty. From the 17-yard line, James Duty. So Percy got the first one. Duty got the second one, and Duty gets the third one. At 7:03, Feingold will have to kick. Duty with the hold. The kick is up. The kick is good. So 3 straight PATs, and it's 21-7. A short drive. It began on the 20-yard line following the fumble. A short gain by Cronin. Robertson looking left, has a man, and it's Duty, and he's wide open there in between the defenders as the white shirts come in, but it's too late. The 17-yard touchdown pass from Robertson to Duty. Robertson's, 3rd TD pass of the ball game. And Feingold adds the extra point, set up by the fumble recovery by James Galante. Marblehead will kick off. Feingold sets the ball on the tee as far to the left on the field as he's looking down the field as he can. Right-footed soccer-style kicker. At 7:03 of the second quarter, Marblehead strikes with a 17-yard touchdown pass. 3rd TD pass for Robertson. Feingold's kick is high and takes it back inside the 10-yard line where it's caught there and hit hard. Was number 21, Zach Grande. So Masconomet, 1st and 10. Galante started that drive, the touchdown drive for Marblehead with the fumble recovery and put a cap on it with a nice tackle here on the field with 6:58 to go. An official's timeout on the field. The ball is at the 22-yard line. Yeah, Galante put a good hit on the return man. So normally in past years there have been high school football has had 5 timeouts per team per half. This year, it's shortened. It's reduced to 3, but they're adding officials' timeouts like we're having right now, a water break timeout, which ends up being about 2 minutes, I think. Masconomet is back on the field, ready to go. And here comes Marblehead. It seemed like a 2-minute timeout, so maybe it's a minute and a half or maybe just a minute. And Masco comes right out, ready to snap, but the linesman is standing there. Or maybe the back judge, I guess. Richardson in the gun, handoff inside, and hard running, picking up about 4. Ball carried that time by 28. Sam Nadworny. Gain of 4 on the play. Second down, 6 at the 26-yard line. Penalty marker is thrown and offsides on the play. It seemed like the marker came and the whistle happened. It looked like Corelli was back before the snap, but the flag had already been thrown. So the penalty gives Masco 5 yards up to the 31-yard line. And it's second down and 1. Corelli, number 35, one of the outside linebackers. He not in a stance there. He's coming right in on the player, and he gets blocked just before he got to the ball carrier. Took a hard shot as he was driving to make a tackle. Matt Nadworny gets 2 yards on the play, but they only needed 1, so they're up to the 37-yard line, 37, first and 10, 5:30, clock rolling in the second quarter. Marblehead's done an awful lot of good tackling today. A lot of red jerseys around the ball. They don't get him on the first hit. There's somebody else there to drop it in. Here comes the quarterback, and a coverage sort of play. A penalty marker thrown as Richardson went into the slide. This might be a big one against Marblehead. It looked like it looked like the hit was not late. Hard to stop a defender, but it's understandable to see why that flag might have been thrown on that play. As the officials are huddled together, man in the white head is Mark Lento. He's the referee and the crew chief. Here's what they're going to call here. Personal foul against helmet to the head. Player is kicked out. Marblehead is really upset about this. Janik is out of the game. It really, I thought it was a questionable penalty to begin with, but a targeting call is stretching it. He had his head back, not head down. He was not trying to target him. But anyway, the big penalty moves it down across midfield to the 44-yard line of Marblehead. Don't normally take issue with the referee's calls, but that one was a bad one. Obviously, you want to protect the kids and follow the rules, but that one was not a targeting call and does not deserve an ejection. So a gain on the play by Masco of 1. And they're down to the 44-yard line. And one of the quad captains for Marblehead, Cam Janik, is out of the game. Richardson's with him on the sideline talking. Here comes Robertson, for Marblehead's quarterback, and a nice tackle this time. Great play. Third down, 7 from the 41-yard line, a gain of 3 on that last play. Penalty marker is down. This will go against five-yard penalty against Masconomet. Procedure call. Clock stopped 3:59 before halftime, 21-7. Masconomet has had a boatload of penalties today. But the big one went against Marblehead when Cam Janik got ejected for a targeting call, questionable targeting call. I'll get off of that now. And a sack on the play, a coverage sack, as blasting through there to make the tackle. 62, JT Monahan steps up. So they had a covered up tight end, and he was down the field, and that was causing the coaching staff on Marblehead to claim that it was an ineligible receiver, but the sack pushes it all the way back to the Masco side of the field from the 47-yard line. A big loss on the play. Punt is away, but very short. A lot of good pressure underneath there. Ball bounces Marblehead's way and all the way back to the original line of scrimmage where Masco had it after that play. Another penalty flag down. It looks like it's going against Masconomet. This penalty, so the limited crowd is not happy on the home side. This penalty goes against Marblehead after the they're stepping off a 10-yard penalty against Marblehead. And that's where Marblehead's offense will take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. Refs are taking some verbal abuse from the sidelines, from the parents, I guess. So best way to counter this is to put a lot more points on the board. Motion comes, duty to the near side. Handoff, Percy inside's got a couple of hard yards. He gets about 3 or 4 on the play. So they're up to the 38-yard line, a gain of 4. Second and 6, 2:16, clock rolling. Comes Cronin to the near side. There's the pitch. Percy in the backfield's got a block. It does not get around the corner. Will lose yardage, I believe, or maybe right to the line of scrimmage. And loss of about a yard on the play. It's down to back to the 37-yard line, so a loss of 1 on the play. 2 minutes straight up to go before halftime. Marblehead looking at a 3rd down and 7. Percy in the backfield now switches to the right side of Robertson. 3 receivers near side. Cronin goes in motion. Under pressure, Robertson escapes. Now he's going to run. Sideline. 1st down. Yes, he's got it, I think. See where they mark him. No, they're going to mark him a little bit short, about a yard short, maybe. No, the referee keeps moving down the field there as he looks for the spot, and if he spots it right on the 45-yard line, it should be a 1st down, and it is. So Robertson, under pressure, escapes and picks up the 7 yards needed and is up to the 45-yard line with a 1st and 10. The clock is stopped at 1:53. Robertson again, fake to Percy, over the middle. He's got Duty. Oh, just over his outstretched hand. Incomplete, but he was open again. Well, that stops the clock. 2nd down 10 from the Marblehead 45-yard line. Just a little bit long. He might even have had his fingers on it, but it was just too far. So Smith and Cronin to the far side. Gaskin and Duty to the near side. Percy in the backfield with Robertson. Robertson takes the snap, looks to the sideline for Cronin. Now he's got Duty coming across the middle, but the pass is to Gaskin. Gaskin runs, catches it, bounces in his hand, hangs on and gets inside the 10-yard line for a spectacular catch. Gadot Gaskin. Nice play. And a gain of 45 yards. And where are they? They're inside the 10-yard line, so it's 1st and goal. What a play by Gaskin. Gadot Gaskin, number 13. He's a senior. Timeout taken by Masconomet. Take a look at it again as he looks to get the defenders off the receivers by making the fake to Cronin. Gaskin had the ball in his hands. It bounces away, but he stayed with it. Hauled it in for the big gain. And they're at the 9-yard line with 1:41, so plenty of time to go before halftime for Marblehead to cash in on this opportunity. Empty backfield. Robertson. 3 receivers near side, 2 to the far side. Good protection. Robertson stands in, looks now, scampers to the right. Has a man, but he can't get it to Percy, who stepped away from his defender and was open in the back of the end zone, but Robertson couldn't get it to him. Let's see, is it a loss on the play? Yeah, loss of a couple, maybe a yard, loss of 1. So it's now at the 11-yard line, so a loss of 2, technically. Motion. Percy gets the call, puts his head down and goes straight forward. off of into the hole off of right tackle. Marblehead takes a timeout. 52 seconds, third down. So it's at the 8-yard line. Gain of 3 by George Percy. So 52 seconds before halftime, Marblehead talking things over. Coach Rudloff, highest winning percentage at this stage in his career of anyone in North Shore football history. Well, maybe that's not exactly accurate. I'd have to probably look at all the numbers, but the point is that if today's win is a victory for Marblehead, Coach Rudloff will have 100 victories in 128 games, and that's never been done before in the annals of North Shore High School football. It's a tremendous achievement. Empty backfield, Robertson looking, firing, end zone, has a man, Duty for his 3rd touchdown. With 48 seconds on the clock before the half. Makes up a little bit for the loss of Cam Janik. And Feingold, Eli Feingold, number 29, kicks it up, kicks it good, and it's 28-7. I was just going to say, let's take a look at the touchdown. Here's Robertson. Cool in the pocket. Passes right on the line. Duty, sure-handed, makes the catch. And he has 3 touchdowns today. He has a, let's see. He has a 17-yard touchdown, which made it 21-7 after the Feingold extra point. He has this one that was an 11-yard touchdown. And he has one, the second touchdown in the game. Yeah, that was a 49-yard touchdown, so it was a career day for Duty. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Robertson, taken at about the 20-yard line, maybe the 10-yard line. Feingold gives them pretty good distance on his kicks, and the return is up to the 25-yard line, thereabouts. We've got 41 seconds on the clock before halftime. Masco has a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Four receivers in the formation for Masconomet. Here comes Corelli. Corelli makes the first hit and drops the ball carrier with a gain of about 1. Nice play by Corelli. The ball was carried by number 28. That's Sam Nadwarney. A gain of 3. They mark it at the 28-yard line, a gain of 2 on the play. A 2nd and 8. Last play of the first half. Comes to the sidelines and run out of bounds is Nadwarney. But that'll do it for the end of the first half. So a big first half for Marblehead, a unfortunate loss of Cam Janik with the targeting call. But at the half, the score 28-7. Marblehead in front of Masconomet. We'd like to thank the National Grand Bank for being our community partner and bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. It'll be about a 10-minute break, maybe a little bit longer here for halftime. And then we'll be back with the third quarter. So stay with us. Welcome back. Second half just about to get underway. You're watching MHTV, Marblehead High School football. And the score 28-7 at the half. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half, the scoring highlights. The first one comes at 6:25 of the first quarter. It's a 54-yard pass to George Percy. Took it in the backfield, got great blocking on the inside on the screenplay. And at 6:25, 7-0 after the Eli Feingold extra point. 3 plays, 50 yards on that drive. On their next possession, Robertson connects with James Duty. Interference call there, but it was declined. Duty goes the distance, a 49-yard touchdown strike. 3 plays, 53 yards. Feingold's extra point, 14-0. And then first play of the second quarter. A pass on the inside. Nadworny gets the catch and slips and slides his way. Nice move. Good strong running. A pickup of 13 yards and a touchdown. The extra point was good, 14-7. Marblehead strikes back in the second quarter with a 17-yard touchdown pass to James Duty, his second. 3 plays, 20 yards. Feingold's extra point good, 21-7. And then just before the half, Duty catches another Robertson strike. This one for 11 yards, a touchdown. Feingold's extra point, and it's 28-7. Kickoff starts the third quarter. Penalty marker as the ball goes out of bounds on the kick. So Marblehead will take the ball. Let's see. First and 10 for Marblehead, and the penalty moves it up to the 35-yard line. Or that's just where they spot it. So first and 10 for the Magicians for the Chieftains at their own 35-yard line. So kick goes out of bounds, gives Masco pretty good field position, but they're trailing it by 21. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side, including number 44, and we've seen his number before. That's Richardson, excuse me. And nice defensive work and a good tackle there along the sideline. Nadworny, the receiver. And Galante on the tackle. Gain of only 2 yards on the play. 2 receivers to the far side. 3 down linemen. It's a 3-4. Outside linebacker creeping up on the far side. Here comes the pass to the near side. Corelli chasing. Corelli tracks him down and drops him. Smith there to help, but the pass was complete to Cantalupo. And a gain on the play of about 5. It would be 3rd down and 3, 3rd down and 4, so a gain of 4 on the play. There are balls at the 41-yard line. Handoff inside, and that went nowhere. Bottom of the pile, making the hit. Marblehead 64. Bosworth, we've called his names before. A gain of about a yard or maybe less. It's at the 41-yard line, so that's no gain. And it'll be 4th down and 4. And punting situation. Corelli and Cronin are both back this time. They want to get a return. Here comes a kick, and it's coming right. No, a fair catch as Cronin takes it. Good field position at the 34-yard line. So that's where the Magicians take over 1st and 10 for their first possession of the second half. Their passing offense has been very effective. They've got 4 touchdowns through the air. Robertson to Percy for the first one, a long strike. Robertson to Duty 3 more times. And Feingold's added the extra point. Corelli splits to the far side, Duty in the slot far side. Percy and Cronin in the backfield with Robertson. Robertson looking to throw, now throws it out to Cronin, has some blocking. Down the sideline, stretches it out, sign of a good runner. Even if they get hit, they don't go down immediately. They'll get some more out of it, and Cronin is one of those. And the pass from Robertson to Cronin, and a gain up to the 42-yard line. 2nd and 2, so a pickup of 8 on the play. Robertson steps back, Percy and Cronin with him. Percy comes to the near side. He gets the pass to the near side. He's got his hand on it, but he was hit almost as soon as he got the pass and didn't have time to do any evasive movement. But getting the worst of that contact was number 44 of Masco, Keo Kyriakos, and he's got his helmet off and on his knees. Under pressure, Robertson had to get rid of it quickly, and taking the brunt of George Percy's strength there was Kyriakos. He's up on his feet and seems to have shaken it off. He'll have to go out for a play or two. We'll see what happens. At least one. Looks like he's okay, under his own steam. Clock is stopped at 9:32. Third quarter. And we have a 3rd down and 6 from the 40-yard line. Duty and Gaskins to the near side. Corelli is split out to the far side. Robertson with Percy directly behind him, and Cronin to his left. There's the pitch to Percy. He's got some room. No, he doesn't. Big loss on the play, as Masco's defenders were ready for that one. 4th down and 4th down and 10 now, as they lose back to the 34-yard line. The original line of scrimmage. And a punting situation. Denbo to do the punting. Denbo kicked it anyway, penalty marker down. It looked like there was some movement on the defensive side of the ball. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down, 4th and 5 now. The offense is coming back on the field quickly, and they line it up quickly. Masco's not quite ready yet, but the officials keeping the play slow. A timeout is called. Yes, Masconomet takes a timeout, as Coach Monagle did not want to get his team caught off guard for another big strike, and called the timeout, even though it looked like Masco was set, but they were only set by a couple of minutes, or a couple of seconds. Looks like Marblehead will stay with their offensive unit as we look at who's in the huddle. The quarterbacks, the running backs. .8:31 to go in the 3rd quarter. No score here in the 2nd quarter. It was 28-7 at the half. 4 touchdown passes by junior quarterback Josh Robertson. Got on the scoreboard first with a long 50-plus yard touchdown pass to George Percy, and then James Duty got has had 3 touchdown receptions in this game. Punting situation, so they did go to the punt. Kicks a good one, tough to handle. It bounces right out of his arms. It was wide open there for a moment, but it's covered by Masconomet. You could see the way the ball was flying right in on it. There was Galante. He's quick down the field, makes the hard hits, and he did that time. See number 19. See the ball was bouncing all over the place. That's why I said it was hard to handle. Galante right in there, along with Marblehead's number 29. That was Feingold. 1st and 10 for Masco. And the Chieftains have it at the 38-yard line. Overloading the near side to get some blocking and some pressure and close to a first down. We'll see where Cantalupe got to. Cantalupo, excuse me. And he's up to the 48-yard line. Just in need of the 10. He's got a first down. It's at the 48. So 1st and 10 for the Chieftains. Running formation. Overload near side.
He's covered. He's covered. 85 is covered.
Handoff. Nadworny. Sam Nadworny. So deceiving formation. They overload near side and run to the far side. Pick up about 4 yards on the play. And Galante made the tackle. The ball's just over midfield at about the 48-yard line. Pressure to the near side, and getting across the 45-yard line was Nadworny. Masconomet will be charged with a hold. That'll step him back 10 yards from the 48, or the 49, it looks like where they're going to mark it from. So the penalty was, we don't normally get to hear who the penalty was on unless it's obvious, but it was on Trent Bunker, number 62. Holding call. And back to the 41-yard line. They need to get across midfield to the 42-yard line, 2nd 17. Clock rolling, 6:50. Pass to the near sideline. Nadworny, red jersey's closing. Pushed into the sideline and hits some of the Marblehead players along the sideline. And a gain of about 6 yards on the play. Corelli on the stop. And the ball's at the 47-yard line. Clock stops, 6:45 to go in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down, 11. Cantalupo to the far side. Richardson in the gun. Play action fake under pressure. And the pass intended. Oh, penalty marker came from 40 yards away. And interesting to see if we have this on. That was that. So it looks like an interference call. So the penalty will go against Marblehead. So with the yards. They get a first down, but it's an automatic first down anyway. Down to the 38-yard line. But the flag came from down around the 15-yard line, was the deepest official was standing well. Let's see, about the 15, so that would put it up to the 25, 30. Yeah, it was about 30 yards away he made that call. Here's the pass to Ned when he goes incomplete. Second down 10, 6:33 after the incompletion. It's clock stopped. Third quarter, 4 receivers in the formation, running back to the right of the left-handed quarterback. Richardson looks to throw, then lofts one deep, and it goes incomplete. Size mismatch out there is number, it looks like 88, Tyler McMahon. He's 6'3". But the pass was beyond McMahon's catch, his hands. And Galante was there looking to make an interception, but you can see the mismatch between the size of the players. It goes incomplete. Galante was right on him. Third down 10 from the 38. Under pressure. That was a forward pass. It goes incomplete. Even if, whenever there's a question as to whether it would be a forward pass or a lateral, they all assume a lateral and go for the ball. So 4th and 10 at the 38-yard line. 3 incompletions for Masconomet. Going forward on 4th and 10. Trailing by 21 points late or midway through the third. Good protection for the quarterback. He lost it high, not very deep. Interception. Nice play. And exuberant number 4, Denbo, makes the interception as Richardson threw up a lame duck. And Marblehead takes over. And the Magicians have it 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line. Avon Denbo. The 9-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Magicians. So Duty and Gaskins to the near side. Percy and Cronin left to right. Timeout taken by the officials. 6:13 to go. Officials take a timeout for players to have a water break. Which, when you're playing platoon football, that means that the offensive unit and the defensive unit are 22 completely different people. That when you're on defense, you get a chance. The offense gets a chance for a water break, and the same as the other way around. But at this level, most of the players are playing both ways. So a water break's a pretty good idea, especially with the fewer team timeouts. So 1st and 10. Ball is at the 9 for Marblehead. Again, Duty and Gaskins to the near side. 2 receivers to the far side. Percy goes in motion. Quick pass to Gaskin along the sideline. Wants to put some speed on. Gets up across the 15. He's out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Gain of 8. So Godot Gaskins picks up 8. Second down 2 at the 18-yard line. Maybe they give him 9 yards on the play. So they're at the 19. Or they're at the 18, but they've got to get only to the 19. Second down 1. Handoff. Cronin slips the tackle, stretches it across the 20-yard line, and he'll have enough for the first down. So Connor Cronin works hard, stays on his feet, picks up the first down. Important to get out of the shadow of your own goalpost there. Ball is at the 22-yard line. Gain of 4 on that play. Cronin and Gaskins to the near side. Duty in the slot to the far side. Cronin goes in motion. Robertson keeps it. Comes to the sidelines. Got some white shirts he's got to get around. Takes a hard shot and is pushed out of bounds. So Robertson gets it to the 26-yard line. Gain of about 4 on the play. Second down and looks like about 6. They're at the 26-yard line. They need to get to the 32. Ball is fumbled and recovered by Masconomet. Jumping on the football right there, number 87, Corin Canada Hunt. So Masconomet's in business here. Great field position as Marblehead gives up the football on the 22-yard line. With 5:29 to go, third quarter.
That's illegal. That's illegal. You can't do that.
A guy broke the huddle right in front of the referee and then ran to the sidelines. You're not allowed to do that. As we heard one of the coaches beside me say. Richardson pulls it down, starts to run, breaks a tackle, gets out across the 20 down close to the 15 before he's wrapped up and dropped. A penalty marker is thrown. It's going to be a unsportsmanlike on the Marblehead bench, I believe, because sideline warning. You're not allowed to have I'm sure what happened was the coach was upset about the fact that one of the players who had been in the huddle for Masconomet broke the huddle when everyone else did and ran straight off the field. And someone else replaced him. So the penalty moves it down inside the 10-yard line, first and goal. Break to the outside and staying on his feet. And does Nadworny get to the end zone? Looks like he did. Masconomet says yes. The officials have not ruled a touchdown yet. Nadworny is a foot from the goal line. We'll call it the 1. A game where things can go wrong quickly. They got the interception deep in their own territory. And after a first down, they gave it up on a fumble, and then they got a penalty. They stacked up at the line of scrimmage, and that's not a touchdown. Oh, now they're saying it is. Coach Rudloff is out at the numerals on the 20. Now maybe it isn't a touchdown. It's hard to see. What are they didn't make the signal. Or one of the officials did. And it's called a 1-yard TD. And that comes with 4:17 left in the third quarter. 22-yard drive. Penalty marker down. A legal substitution, and they call the penalty, and the heckling from the sideline and the stand says a little bit late on that call. So they penalize the extra point attempt. 5 yards back to the 8-yard line. 28-13 right now. Could be an important point if it's not to be a good kick. Nodewick to make the kick. And it's blocked. Grabbed by a Marblehead player, and if he could have returned it all the way, he could have got a point out of it. And that was taken by number 33, McElroy. Heads up play, but the kick was blocked. Miniacci got the block. Kick fails. And with 4:17 to go in the third quarter, it's a 15-point Marblehead lead, 28-13. I'm sure the Marblehead partisans would find it difficult to believe that a player exiting the huddle right in front of the referee and running out of bounds would be noticed, but we've all done things like that. So I don't want to get too hard on the officials who are trying to do a good job. And we all make mistakes. 28-13. Marblehead set to receive. Low driving kick right into the arms of a Marblehead return man. Aiden Tardy, I believe. Yep, number 26, Aiden Tardy got the ball, held on to it, moved it forward a little bit, or was it 25? 26, no, it was Tardy. 1st and 10 for the Magicians with 4:16 to go, third quarter. The ball's at the 40-yard line. Cronin goes in motion. Handoff inside. Percy puts his head down, charges forward, and picks up about 6 yards on the play. Strong runners. Percy, we saw his strength earlier in the ball game when he met number 44 for Masconomet straight on after he caught a pass, and it was 44 who left the ball game. That was Keo Kyriakos. Good move by Percy, close to a first down, but maybe a yard shy. Third down and 2. And it's spotted at the 48-yard line. Smith and Duty to the near side. Single receiver to the far side. There goes Percy. Cronin gets the ball. Comes to the near side. Head down. Across the 50. He's got a first down. Run out of bounds and dropped by 3 Masconomet defenders. But Cronin gets the first down. From the 48 to the 48, a gain of 4. 2:58. Only score in the second half has been Masconomet's, but the extra point failed. A 4-man down lineman for Masconomet. Percy didn't have a place to go, and got stopped. No gain. Miles Smith and James Duty are split to the near side. Mitchell Corelli to the far side. Robertson. A couple of backs on either side. That's Percy going in motion. Cronin gets the handoff, but the defender was right on top of him. That was number 88, Tyler McMahon. Loss of 4 yards back to the 48. Brings up 3rd down and 14. Duty and Cronin go to the far side along with Corelli. Miles Smith to the near side. Robertson in the gun, 3rd and long. Straight drop. Pass caught by Cronin at the 48-yard line, back to the original line of scrimmage on this series, a gain of 8. Gain of 4 yards on the play, and a 4th down and 10. Punting situation for Denbo. Given Denbo. Handles the snap well. Gets off a high but not deep kick. Bounces at the 26-yard line. A good Marblehead roll. Rolls down to about the 16-yard line after the punt. So Masconomet takes over. Chieftains will have it at the 16-yard line. Inside of 50 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Don't forget, coming up at the end of the game is the Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game award. And we have a crack team of analysts and commentators and football insiders to make that selection. 48 seconds on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. That player of the game will be announced at the end of the contest. From the 16-yard line, 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Richardson has a man open. It's Nadwarney. Nadwarney makes the catch at about the 19, may have got another yard on it. Sam Nadwarney, and they mark it at the 19-yard line. Corelli on the tackle. And down to 11 seconds in the 3rd quarter. It doesn't look like that they're going to get a playoff here before the quarter ends. Well, that's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Marblehead 28, Masconomet 13. We'd like to thank the National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. 4th quarter coming up right away. They're going nuts. We ju- we just got thanked for being here by a public address announcer, Mike Lavender. Appreciate it. And the crowd was ecstatic in their silence. Fourth quarter. 12 minutes on the clock. It will be the Chieftains football with a 2nd down and 7 at the 19-yard line. Three-yard gain on the pass to Sam Nadworny. Three receivers to the near side. Smith, Corelli, and Cronin will have those assignments. Here comes pressure right on the quarterback. He steps up into the pocket, but shakes the tackle, shakes another tackle. Finally brought down over there. Nice play defensively by Marblehead's number 33, Liam McElroy. Loss on the play. Loss of about a yard on the play. McElroy got him at the 18, so a loss of 1. 3rd down, 8. Quick pass to the sideline. The ball is given up, picked up by Percy. Percy on his feet. Shakes a tackle, gets a block, comes back to the 30-yard line, finally dropped at about the 27-yard line. But nice play by Percy. He picked up the fumble, and that switches the field. Danforth caused the fumble for Marblehead. We'll take a look at that. So here comes the pass play, the quick pass out. And on the hit, giving up the football was McMahon. And the fumble recovered by Percy. Marblehead has a 1st and 10 at the Masconomet 28-yard line. Timeout taken by Marblehead with 11:05 to go in the football game as they come to the sideline to talk things over. So coming up for Marblehead and the rest of this campaign, they're going to see traditional rival Swampscott. That will end the season on the 23rd of April. But after today's game, they've got a game against Danvers on the 9th. That's away. They've got a game away against the same Chieftains of Masconomet. That's up in Bedford. And then their final game of the season will be away against Swampscott on the 23rd. First and 10 from the 28-yard line after the timeout. Gaskin and James Duty to the near side. Straight drop. There's a long one. Pass could be, yes! Gaskin had it in his hand and dropped it. Had a touchdown, dropped it in the end zone. Goes as an incompletion. Gaskin streaking down the sideline, gets behind the defender, and backpedaling into the end zone. Can't hold on to the football. 2nd down, 10. Cronin cuts inside, stays on his feet, pushes forward, gets more yards, and is down at about the 21-yard line. Nice play by Connor Cronin. Injured player is Nadwarney, Matt Nadwarney, the junior running back. We've called his name quite a few times today. So a gain of 6 yards on the last play by Cronin, and it looked like more because of the extra effort he put into it, but it was a gain of 6. Ball is at the 21-yard line, maybe a gain of 7. They started at the 28. They're marked at the 21 now. So a gain of 7, 3rd down and 3. 10:45 on the clock as they attend to Nadwarney. Number 2, Matthew Nadwarney. You can see him seated there with the trainer. Looks like they were looking at an ankle or a knee on the right side. So even though Marblehead had they played at home the last week against Saugus, that was technically an away game. And they won that one. Marblehead won it 42-6. It seems like that a situation like this, watching it, you might think, well, this is going on too long. Get him off the field and take care of him over on the other side. But I'm sure the concern is assessing what the problem is before moving him. He gets up and wants to go back to the huddle. You can't do that. They're going to have to rest him for at least a play. A nice long timeout. Nice long timeout for both the offense and the defense. So Marblehead will have it 3rd down, 3 from the 21-yard line. But Nadwarney is out for this play. This will go against Masconomet for being offsides. Caused Marblehead to jump. I think it was Monahan who came out of his set position. And a 5-yard penalty is a 1st down. Down to the 16-yard line. Three receivers to the far side. It'll be Smith, Duty, and Cronin. Gaskins to the near side. Robertson in the gun, under pressure, fires it to the end zone, and a penalty marker is thrown as Duty was all tangled up with Cantalupo. Pass interference against Masco, and from the 16-yard line, that penalty might have put it. It looked to me like the penalty occurred in the end zone. I don't know if that rule makes a difference here at the high school level. That white rectangle you see is one of the play signs being held up by a player along the sideline. And that's the way they communicate with the offense. One of the ways. So the penalty moves it down to 1st and goal. Robertson looking, fires, intercepted in the end zone. Snagging the football was number 85, Wilhelm Magnifico. So he brings it out to, let's see where. But a scoring opportunity for Marblehead goes by the boards. And they'll spot the football at the, where are they spotting it? And now they do spot it at the 10-yard line. So a great 4-touchdown explosion in the first half, but with 10:08 to go in the fourth quarter, Marblehead has been stymied in the second half. So Masconomet comes out with 2 receivers to the near side. Number 23 is out there. Drew Howard, pass into the backfield to Sam Warnicki. Nadwarney. So Sam Nadwarney picks up 5 yards on the play. I had a couple of the consonants right in that last mispronunciation of Nadwarney's name. Clock stopped at 10:02. Second down, 5. And the ball is at the 15-yard line. Spread formation. Richardson throws into the flat, escaping, staying on his feet, and getting close to a first down was Nadwarney. They did get the first down at the 20-yard line. Pickup of 5 on that play. Clock is rolling. First down and 10. So a long, unproductive drive is something that Marblehead wouldn't mind. Of course, they'd like to have a Galante right there on the tackle, trying to knock it loose from the intended receiver there. Owen Barrett. They pick up 6 yards on the play, second and 4 at the 26-yard line. Long bomb down the sideline. So there was contact, but it was the offensive receiver who was running into the legs of Galante. Goes incomplete. No flag, obviously. But Galante was out there, as you could see on the replay. 3rd and 4 from the 26. Cantalupo to the near side. 2 receivers to the far side. Ball is loose, covered by Masconomet. Hard stick on the quarterback made by McElroy, I think, 33. Monahan, made the hit. That was a nice one. Getting out of, Monahan. Yeah, that was a pretty big stick. So a loss on the play. On the fumble, it's back to the 22-yard line. And a 4th down and 8. Mitchell Corelli back to receive the punt, standing in the M at midfield. Counting his teammates, which is what receivers do on punts to make sure they've got the full complement. Snap is a little bit low, but handled well. This is one that Corelli can field. picks it up off the turf on his feet, cuts to the sidelines, got some speed, got a block, going to be a big return. Corelli steps inside for the touchdown. Nice move by Mitchell Corelli. I see any penalty markers down? Head-to-head contact, is that the call? Let's see, where it would be a head-to-head contact. They're marking it about the 30-yard line. That's where they'll step it off from. So at the 30, there's going to be some head-to-head contact. Could that have been it? It was shoulder to shoulder. Yeah, it was shoulder to shoulder on the replay. So the big penalty takes a Corelli return off the board and moves it all the way back to the 46-yard line. That's where Marblehead takes over after the penalty. Pass to the near sideline, intended for Duty, goes incomplete. So Corelli's big return of more than 50 yards, about 55 yards, is erased. From the 46-yard line, second down 10, Robertson, right up the middle, he's got some room, got a block, sideline, first down, more, he fumbled the football. Recovered by, looks like number 15, Owen Barrett. He was getting some back slaps on the way out, so I think it was him. Masconomet has it anyway. And first and 10 for the Chieftains as the clock is stopped on the change of possession at 7:29. It's first and 10 at the 31-yard line. Hard to tell how, or it's easy to tell when you look at something on replay. That was tapped away. Nice hand on the ball by Marblehead's defender, J.T. Monahan. Got his hand up there, goes incomplete. Nice defensive move by Monahan. Take a look at it. Number 62 on the left tackle. He's being engaged there. He gets his hand up when he sees the quarterback going to throw it. And knocked it down. Nice play by Monahan, who's really stepped up here in the second half. Cantalupo to the near side. Three receivers far side. Richardson in the gun. With Nad Warney, number 28. It should be a Marblehead football. That was a backwards pass. They're calling it incomplete. They're calling it incomplete. We'll take a look at it and we'll see for sure, but it looked to me like a lateral.
Wasn't even close. Wasn't even close.
All right, we're taking a look at it here on replay. So it starts at the now where's the pass? Is it behind the line of definitely, well, very close. Very close. It looked like it was at the 30-yard line, and it was at the 31-yard line. I was counting it from the 30. It looked to me like a lateral. It was a lateral, but it was close. He caught it right around the 30, but the line of scrimmage was the 31. Right over the middle, a completed pass. That's a big guy. And trying to rip the ball away there at the end was Testa for Marblehead. But a big gain as the reception is made by Tyler McMahon. Gain down to the 45-yard line. 36-yard gain. Richardson's pass is out of the reach of Nadwarney to the near sideline, covered by Cronin. Clock stops, 6:54. 15-point margin. Second and 10 at the 45-yard line. Haven't seen number 2, Matt Nadwarney, back into the lineup. He went out injured after sitting on the field for a while, and before they let him stand up. Here comes the pass. Oh, nice play. Knocking it away at the last moment was Cronin. And that was one of those risky moves that turned out really good for Marblehead, but if it hadn't, it could have been a big, big play for Masco. Cronin coming up to pick up the uncovered Nadwarney, but an incompletion. Third down 10. 6:49 with the passing attack and a lot of incompletions. The clock isn't moving very quickly. McMahon switched to tight end on the far side. Cantalupo goes in motion. The ball was snapped to, not to the quarterback. It looked like it went to a lineman. As a trick play. To take a look at that one again. He gave it. It wasn't snapped to the lineman. The quarterback gave it to him, and that was Trent Bunker. Picked up a few. Stepped into the backfield, and fourth down and 8. Richardson looking to throw, lets it go. Defender fell down, gets behind the receiver, behind the defender for Marblehead was James Galante, and in twisting and turning, he got tangled and fell down. The pass was right to Nadwarney, and he went into the end zone. So a big gain, as you can see. Nadwarney can't recover from a trip up like that, especially when the pass is on target. So the touchdown comes with 5:56 left to go in the game. Extra point attempt. Snap is good, the hold is good, the kick hits the goalpost and is no good. So the kick fails, and that will make it 28-19. 5 minutes, 56 seconds to go in the football game. Getting to be a little bit of a nail biter here. And a 9-point margin, which means 2 scores, which makes it a critical difference on that play. Nadwarney's touchdown. .556 to go in the football game. Marblehead has been outscored 12-0 here in the second half. They were leading at 28-7 at halftime. Now it's 28-19. A lot of that has been self-inflicted with fumbles and penalties, and some of those penalties weren't exactly good calls. The lateral that was recovered by Marblehead, that was called a forward pass. Of course, they don't have the benefit of looking at it on replay, and it was close. But my initial thought was that it was a lateral, but it was closer than I thought. So an onside kick possible. One man back is Gaskins. Everyone else is up between the 50 and the 45. And they do onside kick it. Masco says they've got it. Marblehead did not cover. Haven't seen a call yet by the officials who are huddling across the way. It is Masconomet's ball. Here's the kick. And it bounces at about the 44. And it did eventually cross the 50-yard line, which is the 10 yards they needed to go. But first and 10 for Masco on the onside kick from the 50. Pass. Penalty marker is down at the line of scrimmage. It's going to go against Masconomet for holding. Masconomet got the ball and the Marblehead 49 to start this drive. And it stepped back to the 41-yard line. 5:51 to go. 9-point margin. So Masconomet would need 2 scores to take the lead. Handoff inside, a lot of running room. This is Nadworny, who was out injured, but Matt Nadworny's back on the field. He gets up across the 50 and down to about the 47-yard line. That looks like where they'll mark it. And it's back to the 47-yard line. Second down and 8 at the 47. The big number 88 is Tyler McMahon. He split to the far side. Coming across the middle was McMahon, a long pass out there, and a bump in the back of Galante that time. But the pass was well overthrown, so it goes incomplete. The second half is taking forever. All the incompletions that have been, and penalties. The push in the back of Galante, you can see him raise his hands going, what was that? But the pass was well overthrown, goes as an incompletion. Third down, 8. 4 down territory, I'm sure, for Masconomet. They're letting Richardson throw the ball. He finds that open man. Nearly intercepted as Cronin came slicing across. The pass was intended for Sam Nadworny. 4th down and 7. 4th and 8. 4th and 8 from the 47. Richardson is not accurate when he's under pressure. At least he hasn't been today. Cantalupo comes to the near side. 3 receivers to the far side. 3-man rush. Pass right down the middle, overthrown, intended for Sam Nadworny, and a turnover on downs. Good coverage by Marblehead. But on that particular play, it was an inaccurate pass by Richardson that made the difference. 4:50 to go in the football game. And the Magicians take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. Corelli is to the far side. Duty and Gaskins to the near side. Duty is playing tight end to the near side. Handoff comes inside. Percy gets nowhere. Looking to the sidelines. Yeah, there was not much room there for Percy to run. Cronin and Percy next to Robertson. Cronin gets the call, near side. Got some blocking, got some room. Breaks a tackle down the sidelines. Does he have enough speed? He does. Touchdown, Marblehead. 53 yards. With 4:06 to go in the football game, this might put it out of reach. You never can tell, though. There goes Cronin. Good blocking, and he really followed the block perfectly. And so nice move into the end zone. And Feingold's kick, up and good. So with 4:06 to go in the football game, 35-14 Marblehead. May have put it out of reach, but you never know. Just a great run by Cronin as the blocking really set it up. It came to the near side, so it was bunched in, but the blocking was there, gave him an alley. He found the alley and went right through it, and then turned on the speed as a couple of white jerseys were chasing him down the sideline. But Cronin had enough speed to make it happen, and with 4:06 to go, the two-play 53-yard drive, 2 plays, 53 yards in 2 plays. That's the first non-passing touchdown for Marblehead today, but Cronin may have sealed the deal, along with the rest of the magicians on offense that provided the tremendous blocking. And Feingold to kick. High to about the 15. Along the sidelines before being pushed out of bounds. Hard shot over there by Marblehead's number 52. And that is, no it isn't. At 62, excuse me. 62, Monahan. But a good return, and the ball will be Masconomet's at the 37-yard line with 4:01 on the clock. Trailing it by 16 points. A couple of receivers to the near side. Richardson, lefty, throws a looping pass to McMahon for a gain of about 5, I think. See where they mark it. It's, 5-yard gain. It's up to the 44-yard line. Gain of 6 at the 47. Second down, 4. Clock stopped when the receiver went out of bounds. 3:56 now, it rolls. Richardson throws it well out of bounds, intended across the way, or the receiver in the vicinity across the way. Like 85 possibly. Magnifico. Might have been 88. Third down and 4. Clock again stopped at 3:49. So as Masco is creeping closer and closer, Marblehead really improved their chances by the touchdown run by Connor Cronin. Tackle made on the far side by Devin Testa. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And Masconomet working with 3:23 on the clock. Richardson to run it right up the middle. He's got a lot of room. Gets down across the 40-yard line into Marblehead territory. And a first down. As they move the chains, the clock is at 3:15, and now they start it up. And it's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. But a big gain. Monahan made the stop for Marblehead. Empty backfield, and quarterback is moving his receivers to the near side. And he throws it deep, and out of the reach of the closest player to it was Marblehead's number 5, Miles Smith, but it goes as an incompletion. .248. Barrett and McMahon to the far side. McMahon comes across. There goes the quarterback again, but he's not going to get loose as he's dropped. Nice defensive play made there by George Percy. Did not let Richardson escape, and that has a dual effect of keeping the clock rolling and preventing much of a gain of a yard. As he's down to the 38-yard line. 3rd and 9. Matt Nadworny, ball carrier, gets right up to the 38-yard line. So no gain on the play. 4th down and 8. Timeout taken. 4th and 9. That's perfect.
That's good. On the nose.
2:05 to go in the football game. A timeout on the field. 35-19 margin in favor of Marblehead, looking for their 4th victory of the season in 4 games. Masconomet with a 1-1 mark. Marblehead has 2 timeouts left and 1 timeout left for Masconomet. Masconomet Regional High School, named after the Agawam tribe chief, Masconomet. who was running the show for the Agawams about the time the colonists were around. That's why. So 4th down and 9. Quarterback Richardson looking, reverse pivot. Ball is knocked away. Great play. And that could be a game saver. It looks like it was 64. Gresham Bosworth made that play. He's had another one earlier in the game where he did the same thing. Here he comes under pressure now. Saw that pass and he knew he couldn't get to the quarterback, but he just leapt into the air, knocked it down. 2 minutes straight up to go in the football game. And it's Marblehead ball. And 1 timeout for Masconomet. Percy in the backfield. Tight formation, 2 receivers, 1 to each side. Percy gets the call. Head down. Stays on his feet. He's got some room. Down the sideline. Could go. He does not make. What a run by Percy. That was one classic where it looks like somebody's bottled up, but no one's got their arms around him. And Percy just bounced to the outside and skirted down the sidelines, an injured player across the way as they were chasing after him. But Percy made a tremendous play. At the about the 38 yard, there's Percy right in the mix there. Nobody really has a hand on him. He starts it out. His teammates see what's going on. Robertson is leading the way down the sideline, but 16 looks like the injured player. That's Aylwin, excuse me. Percy goes about 50 yards. 1st and goal at the 7. A minute 32. So the question is, what sort of play will Marblehead run here? And it looks like they're in a Marblehead is letting the Robertson takes the knee at the 10-yard line, 12-yard line. So that touchdown, or the near touchdown run by Percy, started at the 38-yard line and went down to the inside the 10. Clock rolling, 35 seconds, and that should do it. So the clock will run out here as both teams are congratulating each other on the field. The final score will be 35-19 as the clock runs down to 3 seconds. Final score 35-19. Marblehead Sports Shop player of the game. Well, it's got to be Josh Robertson with 4 touchdown passes today. Duty was a close second with 3 touchdown receptions. George Percy had a really good game. The loss of Cam Janik was overcome, and Marblehead dominated most of the game. Partway through the 3rd quarter and the 4th quarter, Masconomet made a brief comeback. But congratulations to junior quarterback Josh Robertson from the Marblehead Sports Shop and MHTV. We'd like to thank the Marblehead Sports Shop for being our community partner in bringing you the Player of the Game Award. We'd also like to thank the National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports and MHTV. And thanks to our MHTV sports crew today for helping with coverage of today's game. Director and streaming coordinator Steve Clay and camera John Caswell. Once again, the final score, Marblehead 35, Masconomet 19. For all of us here at MHTV Sports, I'm Chris Conley. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.